Is Ethereum mining worth it in 2025? Previously, Ethereum was the most profitable coin to mine, putting out millions and millions of dollars, mainly to GPU miners, but then also ASIC miners in the past. And then it was no longer mineable, but there's still an Ethereum worth billions of dollars. Technically, actually the original Ethereum that is still mineable puts out over $250,000 of newly mined ETC per day and has new miners being produced for it right now that are wildly powerful. I'm Vosk, you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. This is the VoskCoin mining farm that I've been spending all my time and frankly money building. Let's dig into this situation because I expanded really rather heavily into Ethereum Classic miners. And now I'm crunching the numbers to see if I should expand any further or put an absolute stop to that here and just share my data with you here. Another meme coin, but at least it's mineable, right? That's what I like to see. Ethereum Classic, one of the most profitable coins to mine in the world, whether you love it or hate it. Mining now says that they're better than ASIC miner value. So we've been testing them extensively, and I just want to share that with you. Simple, easy, straightforward, responsive. It's been a good experience using mining now, and I'm glad they reached out to me and said, hey, yo, check us out, seriously. I put in the Bombax miner, and this was one of the most profitable miners you could have bought last year, but it came at a huge price point. New brand, kind of came out of nowhere. Deployed a couple on the farm. They've been running well. Then I also have my old E9 Pro. Things aren't going too great on that front though. It's actually losing money per day at my rounded up electricity rate. Let's put it at the best case scenario of 7 cents. It's still losing money per day. That's not good enough. And they just dropped a new model called the E11, which does turn a profit at my electricity rates, but not as much. Not as much as I'd like to see. There's also these Jasminer miners. I'm starting to wonder if this miner model ever exists because I haven't seen these, even though this big profitable machine's been toted for quite a while now. So this is Bitmain, major miner, ASIC manufacturer, right? Custom computers just for mining. I saw what this guy said in a comment. I explained what an ASIC means too much, so I'm not going to describe what an ASIC is today. But I talked about ASIC so much I may as well have. Bitmain is producing new ETC E9 Pro miner models, like the one I just showed you. They recently unveiled their new Ethereum Classic miner, simply called the E11. These machines are monolithic, at least the E9 Pro was. That's not some weird angle. It is huge. It actually looks like the E11 has gone back to be more of a much more normal form factor. We look at the dimensions here, 400, 200, 300, and then we look at the dimensions on this. It is 550, 200, 300. But more importantly, 9,500 megahash a second of Ethereum mining power. 2,500 watts basically of power consumption. You can contrast that with the Bombax EZ100 Pro and the C, which they literally called the Cozy Edition. Kind of funny. Animal Crossing vibes. You see the specs down here and their associated efficiency. You can grab a Bombax EZ100 from VoskCoin's sponsor, ASIC Marketplace. We have a link down in the video description below, and more importantly, code VoskCoin to save some coin with them. And they sell obviously all kinds of other miners, and they're even starting to sell some general purpose hardware, which I think is really cool. I'd like to see more distribution on things like that. The main miner manufacturers for Ethereum Classic miners are Bombax. They only make Ethereum Classic miners. Also Jasminer. They only make Ethereum Classic miners. You can see some of these different models here. And then also the ancient and relatively irrelevant Apollo. They make Ethereum Classic miners. Their best and most recent model is the V2H here at 500 watts, 3,400 megahash a second, which is pretty comparable performance here to the EZ100C. How is Ethereum Classic the classic version of Ethereum anyway? This blockchain is the original Ethereum blockchain that was launched in 2015. Some would say that Ethereum or ETH is that, but there was the big DAO hack in 2016 where Ethereum chose to hard fork and create a new blockchain, basically taking those funds back in the hack, which wasn't all that decentralized, and it wasn't the old ethos of code is law. A hack is a bad situation, there's no doubt about that. But there's one thing that Bitcoin, for example, has never done. It's never rolled back its blockchain, which means that the ethos of Ethereum Classic is much more akin to Bitcoin than Ethereum could ever hope or dream to be. So they kind of got away with this, with it being much earlier in the timeline. Something that would bring absolute just pandemonium these days. But generally speaking, any decentralized application that is on Ethereum's chain could also be on Ethereum Classic's chain. Ethereum Classic could also have a bunch of ERC20 or Ethereum tokens on it. But as far as a platform blockchain, it's not really used that much when compared to Ethereum or even the layer 2s that are built on top of the Ethereum chain. But the possibility, the capabilities are there. Just broke the key big miners here down in a spreadsheet. We look at the Bitmain Antminer E9 Pro, 2,200 watts. Power consumption, it is old tech compared to the newer stuff, right? The EZ100 is more efficient than the E11. Expect an E11 Pro or something on the horizon. It won't take long for them to release a probably better miner model that they already have. But it's not too far off, right? The new Bitmain Ethereum miner is twice as efficient as their previous E9 Pro, but still not as good as the Bombax miners efficiency that come in at an efficiency of around 0.2. The lower this number, the less energy we're spending per the hash rate, which is the mining power, which means higher mining profitability, lower electricity bill. Cost per hash still results in a bit of a premium there, but really not as much as you would probably think or expect to see. However, this is based on that 7,600 a unit. You will never want to buy from Bitmain in this era. You will get hit with a 30% tariff bill, at least I do here in the US. If you don't buy in the hundreds and really even millions of dollars per order, you're not going to get a good rate. So we look at the ASIC marketplace. You're going to buy this for $5,800 before a huge discount with our coupon code, and supporting the channel and help me keep making videos like this. I genuinely appreciate you all who take the time to support us by using our links and codes. But that 5,800 number, we'll take it regardless of the coupon code price, right? We'll go from 7,600 here to 5,800. We look at the cost per hash, that is significantly lower now. So it starts to be a much harder pitch to say, okay, I want to spend twice as much money to only have 30% more hash, and I'm gonna get, I don't know, what is that, like 40% better efficiency or something? Pretty easy math. The mining market has been rough. So yeah, we got sponsors here on the channel. Today's video sponsor is BitDCA. You can check them out with the link out in the video description below. Their tagline is turning everyday purchases into Bitcoin savings, but all they're focused on right now is their BDCA token that they have launched on Mexi, which is a centralized exchange that does bring me a lot of opportunity to trade coins. Never leave your coins on Mexi or really any other centralized exchanges. For reference, Trade Ogre has scammed me out of over like $5,000 of Caspa coins. So anyway, yeah, be advised. BitDCA has boasted to me that they launched in literally the worst day in the past 2 years. And yet, even when they launched then, they're up 150% from their initial listing price. They boast that they have a strong technical floor at 37 cents per coin. They believe that they've established themselves and that the rest of their community is buying in. So as always, it's not financial advice. This is not an endorsement. You make your own decisions. To get on Mexi, I do use a VPN. I just use the built-in VPN on Opera, or the crypto version of Opera also has that. I'm just going to use the public site at the moment, right? You just punch in BDCA. And then you'll be able to find that cryptocurrency token. BitDCA has also gotten themselves listed on CoinGecko. It's probably on CoinMarketCap too, but CoinMarketCap kind of sucks. Their token is interwoven with their ecosystem, rewarding holders with a share of the fees generated from every transaction that's made by users within the Little Bit app. You can also stake these BDCA tokens, and they've also had an audit completed by Certic, which is nice to see. If you're building a major mining farm, you're definitely looking at the E11 over the Bombax. If you're a smaller miner, then you may be looking still at the Bombax miners. Maybe we'll see some price reductions on those as they have more and more competition. As far as dual mining goes, I wouldn't count on this having dual mining capabilities. It may be possible. Dual mining is not that profitable anymore with these miners. It used to be. So you see every day this miner is doing about 1300 megahash second, overperforming a bit. I'm mining over half an ETC a day, and I'm mining around like 27 ZIL a day. We go back in time with literally this same hash rate here, okay? So I've had these miners for a while now. I was mining literally double the amount of Ethereum Classic and 10 times as much ZIL. So if you look at the daily mining profitability I've gotten recently with this, 0.5, 0.53 maybe. So roughly at best, 10 bucks a day, right? And then previously, about 1.1 ETC, 20 bucks a day, right? And then 27 ZIL coins. That must be a lot, right? No, it's nothing. It won't even get you a stick of gum. That's 36 cents. Slap a zero on there. It's getting closer to $4. These things don't use that much electricity, right? 2,300 watts. That cost me about $4 a day to run. So I used to be basically paying for my electricity bill entirely off of just the ZIL I was mining, and then the ETC was straight profit. And it gets worse. You zoom out over the last year, this coin was trading 2-3 times higher than it is right now. Ethereum Classic is also down over the last year. A direct line would bring you down 34%. So I've mined and held these coins to my detriment, even though I could have sold at a 1-year high when things were pumping in last December. But, hindsight's 2020 or whatever they say, right? So bringing it back here on topic, where is my focus? Where is my head at with these Ethereum Classic miners and some of the other options? It's not interesting to me. For me, like I already have exposure on this front, right? So I have an EZ100, I have an EZ100C, I have an EZ100 Pro, and then I also have the Jasminer X16P. I never condensed them all onto one account, so I have them still spread on my sub accounts from when I did, the video reviews and updates and stuff. But that's plenty of Ethereum Classic mining presence for me. Even if you were to buy these machines at today's rates, it's still, 5-figure plus investment into Ethereum Classic mining. Personally, right now, I'm looking at expanding further into Bitcoin mining, which contradicts a bit of what I said, but we're working towards more energy production to get our cost per kilowatt hour down. We'll see how that that project progresses moving forward, and definitely continuing to expand into Doge mining. It's very profitable per machine, but it really sucks because it's capital intensive. So that's where my head's at. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this. I think Ethereum Classic could absolutely boom if it rebranded, give it a cool name, present it as a layer 1 blockchain that has nearly a decade of existence. That would be cool, but I think that it is kind of undermined by its overlap with some of the same lab and developers that work on Cardano, which is essentially a proof of stake Ethereum Classic, and of course Ethereum competitor, or at least that's how they position themselves to be. I'll be honest, I've been impressed with Ethereum Classic's staying power, and I do believe that it would hit a new all-time high if alt season never shows up. Remember, in the last cycle, it hit $167 per coin. Very small period there. But yeah, if this is trading over 150 bucks, I am cashing in, which would be really exciting. And to be clear, I don't mean cash, okay? US dollars trash, fiat currencies suck. I'd be looking to take profits, and to be honest, I'd roll it right into Bitcoin. or stable coins, and then buy into Bitcoin when I think it's a good opportunity to do so. That's where my head's at. That's my breakdown. Again, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Why? Goodbye. Hello. I don't know. I'm just saying dumb shit now. Thanks for tuning in. This 10 seconds of tales we run on every video. And as always, I appreciate you and your time, and I hope you enjoyed the content.